Imagine a philosopher so clear-eyed that he dissected human society like a surgeon with a scalpel. Arthur Schopenhauer didn't flatter kings, romanticize love, or sugarcoat religion. He looked at the world driven by a blind, insatiable force he called the will to live, and told the truth about what he saw. His observations on society, men and women, pompous rulers, and faith remain brutally relevant today. If you're tired of superficial advice and want to understand people and power more deeply, stay with me. This is how Schopenhauer thought, and how his ideas can sharpen your own view of the world. Section 1, The Core, Will to Live and Why Life Hurts. At the heart of everything is the will to live. Not conscious desire, but a blind, endless striving that underlies all existence. It drives plants to grow, animals to fight, and humans to chase satisfaction that never fully arrives. Schopenhauer saw life as a pendulum swinging between pain and boredom. You suffer when you lack what you want. You get it, and boredom sets in until the next desire. Happiness isn't a positive state, it's just the temporary absence of suffering. Nature doesn't care about individuals, only the continuation of the species. Individuals are disposable. Death reaps unweariedly, yet the will circulates through the species, indifferent to any single life. This isn't nihilism for its own sake. It's a call to see clearly. Once you recognize the will driving everything, you stop expecting paradise and start navigating reality better. Section 2, Society, the Hedgehog's Dilemma and Human Folly. Schopenhauer was no fan of crowds. He advised keeping society at a proper distance. Like a fire, warm yourself, but don't get burned. People are sociable because they are intellectually poor and empty inside. They need others to fill the void. The deeper or more intelligent you are, the more you may feel isolated. He described the hedgehog's dilemma. Hedgehogs huddle for warmth but prick each other, so they keep distance. Humans do the same. We need connection but repel each other with selfishness and flaws. Expect little from others morally or intellectually. Practice indifference to their opinions. This builds tolerance and inner freedom. In today's social media age, where everyone performs for validation, Schopenhauer's detached objectivity feels like superpower advice. Move among people, but remain somewhat alone even in company. Society rewards the average and punishes those who see too clearly. Intelligent people often scare or annoy the crowd because they disrupt comfortable illusions. Section 3. Men, Women, and the Metaphysics of Love. Schopenhauer's views on women are controversial and rooted in 19th century context, but they stem from his deeper metaphysics. He saw sexual love as the will to live at its strongest, nature's trick to ensure reproduction. We think we choose partners for beauty or personality, but the will selects for the best offspring, often compensating for our own deficiencies. He described women as more oriented toward the practical, present moment, and cunning for survival, adapted as the weaker sex not by brute strength but by dissimulation and instinct. Men, he argued, drive toward abstract ideals, justice, and long-term projects, but are driven mad by desire. Romance is largely illusion. Once the biological aim is met, the spell often breaks. Today, we can take the core insight without the outdated framing. Human mating and relationships are heavily influenced by unconscious biological drives. Understanding this helps us approach love with realism rather than fairy tale expectations. Compassion and clear sight beat delusion. Section 4, Pompous Rulers and the Best to Worst Governments. Schopenhauer favored monarchy over democracy. Why? In a monarchy, one ruler sits securely and doesn't need to compete with intellectuals or pander constantly to the masses. Democracies, he thought, empower the unintellectual majority, leading to mediocrity and suppression of talent. Monarchs can support or at least ignore true genius. Politicians must flatter the crowd. He preferred a natural aristocracy of intelligence alongside stable rule. Power ultimately rests on might, not right, but the wise hope might align with justice. Pompous royal rulers and aristocrats often embodied vanity and entitlement, yet he saw structured hierarchy as more stable than mob rule. In modern terms, this critiques how populism and short-term politics reward charisma over wisdom. Schopenhauer's point endures. Look at the incentives. Systems that reward pandering produce different leaders than those that don't. Observe today's politics through this lens. The will to live manifests as endless power struggles. Section 5. Religion Metaphysics for the Masses. Schopenhauer was an atheist but took religion seriously. Religions are metaphysics of the people, allegorical truths packaged for those who can't grasp pure philosophy. They provide comfort, morality, and explanation where raw truth would be too harsh. He praised aspects of Christianity, especially its pessimism and focus on suffering, and found deep affinity with Buddhism and Hinduism, denial of the will through asceticism and compassion. But he criticized how religions demand literal belief and they reject anyone with a logistical viewpoint. Faith and knowledge don't coexist easily in the same head. Religion shines in darkness and ignorance, like glowworms. It's comforting but true. Insight comes from philosophy. Recognize the will, reduce striving, cultivate compassion for all suffering beings, and seek aesthetic or ascetic detachment. Step back and look at things peacefully. So how would Schopenhauer's rigid, analytical honest takes apply in today's world? No doubt it would be a 50/50% chance of receiving open-armed validation. Because he didn't offer easy happiness through expected answers people wanted to hear. Nope, he offered you the stone-cold hard truth. In our society of endless distraction, status chasing, and performative optimism, Schopenhauer's ideas cut through. Lower expectations of life and people. See desires as the root of problems and suffering. Practice compassion born from shared struggle. Cultivating solitude and inner life. Pursue art, philosophy, or quiet denial of the will for relief. So he was saying you don't have to become a full pessimist. Use his lens selectively. It protects you from scams, bad relationships, political hype, and self-deception. Understand the man, apply his concepts, and you gain clarity in a confusing world. Like, subscribe, comment your biggest takeaway about the old man's viewpoints about life. And here's a famous Schopenhauer quote to live by. Life swings like a pendulum between pain and boredom. So if you liked what you saw and heard today about this informative topic matter, then smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe to Mind Blast Mechanics, where we dive deep into the observations that matter. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you have a question to be answered, don't miss our next video, so make sure to tap that bell. Thanks for watching.